Shit, I'm the best thing on here. Shit, I am the shit.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the ball. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they cautious, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he codes with focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that could end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game and the gang will accost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. With my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode, I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God five, I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a piece, man. I ain't got no time for a piece, man. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up. If I let my dogs off the leash, you might want to get out of Dodge on the east. Honestly, think it's not the blood and the beef. If they don't leave anything behind at the east. I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a beast. When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they wanna call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. With my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode, I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God five, I'm the kingpin.
What's going on? Good Monday, guys. Back at it again. It's Monday. We're going to talk about some sports. I see some guys in here, and ladies and gentlemen are in here early. Right on, my man. TJ, a.k.a. Through the Fire Podcast. Shout out to my brother, man, for coming through. What's going on, big brother? Why do you do this to yourself? Why do you do this to yourself? Well, we definitely going to talk about them sorry-ass Cowboys for sure. For sure. We're going to definitely talk about them. But it's a beautiful Monday. Brother Willing, what's going on, brother? Hopefully all is well with you. It's a beautiful Monday. And we know what we do on Monday. We talk about sports. It's the basic sports recap, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Got a whole lot going on in the sports world. Cut down day. The finale's tomorrow. My team's already made 9 cuts. You know what I'm saying? So we out there making these proper steps in order to put this Super Bowl type of run together. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing right now. I'm just saying, let me turn my ring off. We shouldn't be getting disturbed while we trying to have fun on the show, right? With that being said, it's a Monday. Sports recap. Lot going on. Let me go and say it now. Since why I want to bring up the sorry Cowboys. Since why I want to bring up the sorry Cowboys. That's okay. We're not gonna hold that against them. We're not gonna hold it against them. They Cowboy fans. They don't know no better, right? So let's talk about it. CeeDee Lamb, Cowboys wide receiver, agreed to a multi-year extension. Lamb signed a 4-year, $136 million extension that placed him second amongst the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Congratulations, CeeDee Lamb, for getting his money. Well deserved, so they say. Well deserved, so they say. I don't know about that. I agree with Mr. Willen right here. The Cowgirls always suck. This is a fact. Facts. Do the Fire Podcast. TJ, hopefully you did well in your draft yesterday, man. Let me ask you this. Was it in person or was it online? Now, me, I prefer, for time restrictions, I prefer online. But for the, but just on GP, I like him and do it in person, unfortunately. The one I had yesterday, around about 2 o'clock, they was blazing, high to Pikes Peak. So now I'm coming out there smelling like I've been at a weed distillery, smelling like I've been smoking. I don't even smoke. TJ said out in person, but I prefer online. Them then just take too long in person. Man, don't they? Look here. Let me tell you this. Unfortunately, when you do it in person, that's just true. When you do it in person, man, the drinks get to flowing. They got to take smoke breaks. You know, and no telling what they smoking. Hopefully it's just, cigarette or weed, not that other shit. But you never know. They take them breaks. They gone for about 15, 20 minutes outside because somebody can't allow to smoke in the house. But this place, well, we was out in my man's garage, so they was allowed to smoke out there. So, I mean, I was hoping my man, I probably should have said something, but I was too focused on my draft. Open up the garage door, let some fresh air flow in this bitch. I wasn't worried about it, man. It was all good. Jeffrey, that's exactly what it was. Up in smoke. Shout out to Cheech and Chong. Oh, man. But that's the way it is sometimes. But with that said, guys, I want to make sure I present a couple of my drafts. I got one more I got to do. It's online and one in person. Now, if you ask my lady, I'm doing too many. Might be a little bit of truth to that. I ain't gonna front. One of them I had to let go. Just because I got too many. And I think once my other ones started going up in the prize money, I said I'm gonna let this other one go. Because the one I just recently let go, it was a $500 buy-in. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool. Because all my other ones was cheap. $100 here, $100 there, $50 here, $50 there. So they wouldn't, it was fun. It was nice. But the payout wasn't not up to my standards. I mean, we probably should have went up probably about 2 years ago. My look, the home league I run is $50 to buy in. And then, but it's 2 leagues in one, right? So it's like one is overall points. I believe I talked about this before. One is overall points, the other one is head to head. So both of them $50, and we have 2 different drafts, same people, same 2 leagues, but you had to make 2 different draft picks. Now we used to do it like one draft covers 2 teams, covered overall points and head to head. We end up voting that down, and that was before I became commissioner. And I'm okay with that. But with that being said, we end up changing. Now, once I got a hold to it, I took it to a whole new level. I changed the name of the league. I got us on like a group me so we can communicate and exchange. We got a nice belt. We got a nice trophy that we pass around to the winners. They get their money by no later than Tuesday, or sometimes at night if the results are already in, because I cash app it to them. That's how I roll. Never had to put nobody out because they didn't pay. We don't play that shit. But if they didn't pay, that's what I would have did. Now, unfortunately, if they don't pay, me as a commissioner got to cover that expense. That's my job as a commissioner. I got to make up the difference. I can't sit there and say, no, nobody didn't pay, so rules of the commissioner, you got to cover that expense because this is what we told them the payout is going to be. $400 for first, $100 for second. Somebody come up short, then I come up short. That's my responsibility. But knock on wood, everybody's paid, no issues. Got a good league, got good league members. Just recently added a guy to our league. We lost a guy. It happens. But you know what I'm saying? We shit. I've been in the league, over 10 years. This league, Miss Home League, I've been in with them. Over 10 years. I want to say close to almost 15 now that I think about it. I want to say about, I got in there 2008. Was my first year with them. And so, with that being said, it's fun. You know what I'm saying? I took it and got it to where we doing a draft online because we was doing it in person. You know what I'm saying? And it makes it a lot easier when you do it online. You know what I'm saying? Because people will be anywhere when we have the draft. And you know what I'm saying? It's during that time of the season where it's the summertime and, people still want to enjoy the holidays and vacation and a little bit of summer weather and, sometimes, enjoy before some of the kids got to go back to school and all of that. So I said, man, let's do it online. You know what I'm saying? It don't take long. And so the first year I did it online with these guys, you can set your draft time. You can set it up how long you want to pick. So the first year I did it, I think I did it in a minute and a half because most of them weren't familiar with doing it online. So they're going to need time, find the players they need, draft them, and keep it going. Unfortunately, when you do it like that, some of them son guns use up the whole minute and a half. And it shouldn't take you a minute and a half to pick a player, but that's what it was the first year. But years on out, I lowered it. So now we up to a minute. And I think I may even go lower than that next year. I may lower it down to 30 seconds. We don't need that goddamn long. So instead of the draft going a whole hour and 20 minutes, it's going to go a whole hour. Maybe a little bit less than an hour. If they do right, they don't use all the damn time. But that's the way it is. What's going on, Tommy? But yeah. That's what it is. But I'll get more into that, man. We'll get more into that. But congratulations to CeeDee Lamb, man, for getting his bag. Now, you got to answer for Michael Parsons. What are they going to do with him? What about Dak? You got two players you got to atone for. Now, are they going to be willing to let Dak go out there in the free agency market and test the waters? Tommy said, I hate the people that use the whole clock. I do too, Tommy. I think that shit's lame. But that's what they do. That's what they do. CeeDee Lamb, what they going to do about it? They got him under contract. He's locked in. He's got his money. Congratulations to him. Dak, Michael Parsons. You got to come up with some way to maneuver to get this money and still remain under the salary cap. But before I go any further, let me do the album of the week. I do this early. Because last week I didn't do it at all, man. Shame on me. That's my fault. But I'm going to do it this week. Promise you that. Let's go. Guys, some of y'all of a certain age remember that song. Don't act like you don't. Y'all see that classic right there behind me? The We Are the World. Raising money to feed the babies and the people of South Africa. You remember them commercials where they used to show the flies on the kid's face and they would pull by your heartstrings and make you feel some type of way. For $1 a day, you could feed a child. Y'all remember that? Them infomercials? Don't act like I'm the only one seeing that shit. Hey, man, is that bad to me? I'm laughing right now. Is that bad to me? Because I'm like, look here, man, them commercials used to get the shit out of me. And I was a kid. I'm like, oh, poor baby. Y'all remember what your mama and daddy told you? You better eat all that goddamn food. You got people in Africa starving. They threw that slogan out at you. Did you see that commercial? You eat all your goddamn food up. You eat never. I'm eating green beans. I'm eating peas. I said, I won't be no little boys with flying on the goddamn face, with flies and all in the face, and barely just blowing it out. Y'all seen them? I need to get off this because, man, I'm feeling some type of way now. God damn, I feel bad saying this shit. My man Jeff said Gen X, 1977. You were late, you old ass. Tommy said hella flies on them kids, poor children. They didn't have no flies swallowing. Their only swatter was their hand. They didn't like this shit. You know, probably ate a couple of them son bitches for all I know. Damn. That was a difference. But there's the album. Guys, I tell you this. If you hadn't had an opportunity, check out on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on because you know how Netflix on it. They only have it for so long, then they pull it down. But if you check out Netflix, there's a special on that the making of that We Are the World album and video. And nobody got paid. Every star you seen there did not get paid. They wasn't paid to do that shit. That was shit for free. They did that shit free. Tommy said that shit was good. Yes, it was. Very entertaining. Very entertaining. Shout out to Harry Belafonte. He's the one that got it started because he seen what was going on. I think he might have seen one of them damn commercials. Shit. he might have seen one of them commercials. I don't know if I can't remember. I don't know if he said he seen a commercial or he seen something on the news or he was over there. Harry Belafonte was really big into the civil rights, man. Human rights, really. Not just for us, but just for everybody. But he was the originator, the one that got started talking about we need to do something. And then it was, Lionel Richie and Mike. He got with Mike. Try to get with Stevie Wonder to write the song, but Stevie Wonder, like, I know they said back in the day, you could never get a hold of Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder, you call Stevie Wonder on Monday, he won't call you back until the following Monday. Stevie wasn't good with getting back with people. And, it's before the days they had cell phones and all that. You had the pagers, Motorola. He wasn't getting back with you. So, he was a little disappointed because he didn't get to write the song. But I thought Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie did a great job. You know what I'm saying? But it was kind of funny. They had a crunch date to do it because they had a award show and nobody knew about it. They kept that shit a secret, kept that shit on the hush because you didn't want a lot of press there because, once they get there, everybody going to know the locations, and then that's going to be a problem. But, man, hey, check it out, man. It's on Netflix. It's a great series. Not a series. It's really one show. I think it's just one episode. I don't think it's multiple episodes. But it's just one episode, man. And it's great. It's fun. It's very entertaining. I learned a lot about it. So definitely check out the behind the scenes, man, of the making of We Are the World. Definitely check it out. Also, if you've seen that, a Funko up there, and that was that MTV Space Person. Yup. It's funny they call it person because they don't want to identify the sex was a man or woman. But that's what it says on the Funko Pop. A person. Space person. From MTV. Y'all remember them MTV commercials? That's why I made that a thing. We Are the World is why I seen it on MTV. Y'all remember them MTV commercial where you see him like walking on the moon, planting an MTV flag? Y'all remember that? I ain't the only old son gun up in this piece. Shit. We all old. Y'all just don't want to admit it like I do. But that's album of the week. That's Funko Pop of the week. That's the thing. Right on. Well, look. Got a whole lot going on. Last week, this week, man. Your boy getting married. In case y'all didn't know. I know it's sports. I know we're supposed to be talking about sports. And I'm going to get back to it. I promise you I am. But I am. Your boy about to say I do on Saturday the 31st. I'm about to make my moderator Mrs. Hink. So, got that going on Saturday. Just closed on the house on Wednesday. So, I went over there and got the carpet clean. The cleaning people is coming over on Friday. Friday before my wedding. They're going to, do a deep cleaning. Move-in cleaning is what they call it. But it's a deep cleaning of the house. Some people say, man, the house should be clean. Yeah. But I don't know how clean some people are, and I don't trust everybody's cleaning. You understand? You shouldn't. And if you don't, that's on you. Good luck with that shit. I don't trust everybody's cleaning. So I hired professional cleaners to come over get the house clean. Just like I'm going to do with this house before I sell it. I'll get it clean to make it presentable. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I got going on. My man Jeff said, congratulations. Shout out to the ball and chain. Now he didn't say ball and chain. This is bullshit. That's going to be your starting quarterback. Why, huh? I mean, he throwing 5 interceptions in the game. He's about as bad as Dak's weak ass. I mean, Jesus Christ. Y'all bad. Cowboys suck, guys. Let's keep it real. Cowboys suck. But I ain't going to let her get me off. We talk about the good news I'm presenting to you guys. So, got that going on. Getting married. Saturday morning, had to take my son back to school. So, college started today. I'm going to call him later. He's got practice right now. He had basketball practice right now, so I can't talk to him right now. I'll call him before the show. His first day of school was today, so I'm going to call him, see how practice was, see how school was. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make sure he was on campus, good and ready. Had to take load it up in the truck, take it over his stuff over to him, and now he's good. So he's back on campus. Whole lot going on, boy, for your boy. Whole lot going on. So I had my mate him before he left go through his closet, talking about what clothes he wants to keep, what he wants to donate to the Goodwill. You mean I'm not, need to just packing everything over to this new house, just junking it up the next closet. We ain't doing that because there's some stuff in there you don't want. Give it to the Goodwill. It's going. What you do, you need to go and box it up. So that's what we did. So he donated everything in the damn clothes. I think he left 3 things: a dress shirt, 2 pair of pants, and a coat. He tried to put the coat in there. He said the coat too big. I said bullshit. You know how we do. You'll grow into it. Now he's 19. I don't know how much more growing he's gonna do, but he gonna figure out how to grow it. No, it's not that big. He's just talking. You know how these kids like that tight fit and wearing. They like that tight shit. He don't like his shit loose. It's one of them bubble coats. So it's one of them Nike bubble coats. This is how crazy this shit is. It's one of them Nike bubble coats. And so they was cheap. They was like $10. He don't know that price of it. But it was $10. Let him tell it was $120 because that's what the tag says. But that's all he knows. So I left it on him. You don't tell him. None of that goddamn business. Just be glad you got a coat. So it was $10. Got it from the Nike store. I said, shit, $10. We getting two of them. I got two of the same coats. Y'all say, why you get two of the same coats? Well, yeah. That boy rough on clothes. Let me say that he rough. And at that time, he loses shit, leaves shit. You know, they leave shit at school. Dude, you went out here with a coat on. What was your coat you had on? Well, I got my hoodie. I'm just going to the car. That's what he said. He tried to wear Crocs to school. I said, we ain't doing like them little ragged ass kids. You're not wearing Crocs to school. You wearing shoes. I'm just going from the car to the building. I don't care. Kids are crazy. But that's what he had. So he got two of them. So I allowed him to take one of his mother's house apartment and kept one here. So one he takes in the mother's apartment, he got it on campus. I said, you won't leave it here? So what I do is he got like 3 totes. You know, them Home Depot, them big black ones with the yellow top. So I have him put it in the tote. That's where he keeps his winter clothes. Right now, he's still rocking the summer stuff. And so we'll exchange that once the season starts. So I'll take it over. I'll take him the tote of winter stuff, and I'll get a tote of summer stuff and bring it back. That's how we roll. So now he's got the one coat here in his closet that I'm about to pack up and take it to the new house. And he's going to have his other same coat, same thing, in the tote for the winter stuff. He good. So got that going on. So a whole lot going on. But let's get back to this football, fantasy football. Trey Lance. He need to be on y'all cut list, why? Let's be honest. Y'all need to be trying to cut that man because he's terrible. He is terrible. Now, of course, I'm sure they probably going to want to keep 3 quarterbacks because we all know Dak can't stay healthy. Not for a full season. Dak could come up lame and all that good stuff. Sorry, Average, man. I'm sorry. I didn't see. He said, congratulations. I hope you two have a long and successful marriage. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. So Dak can't really stay healthy the full. I can't remember a time where he stayed healthy the whole time. Maybe his first year, his rookie year, maybe. Other than that, I think he's always missing a game or two. So, yeah, y'all might need to keep 3 quarterbacks. And more likely, Trey Lance is going to be one of them. He's terrible, though. Oh, man, I remember the Birds were looking at drafting. I'm so glad we missed out on him. I am glad. That would have been painful. Jesus Christ. That's a whole different story. But, guys, in case y'all didn't know, it's cut down day. So they cutting down, trying to get down to 53-man rosters. With the 53-man rosters, you're allowed to have 22 extra players for your practice players. 11 on offense, 11 on defense. And then they have some type of special rule with the IR and stuff like that. So you don't have to drop nobody. You can just put them on some type of a different type IR. But, you know, it is what it is. He said Trey Lance, game manager. Hey, that's what Cam Newton was calling players. He was calling them game managers. And some of them took offense to that. But it was true. Jeffrey, I can't call him a game manager. That dude really shouldn't be on the NFL field. He should be in XFL somewhere like that. That guy is not good. He is not good. Not at all. But that's a different story. But cut day, we're going to see who's going to be out there. See who's not going to make the roster. See who's going to be at the local grocery store bagging groceries. Who's going to be on the XFL roster this time, or maybe the NFL, Canadian Football League or something like that, Arena Football League, you know. That's what they got to look forward to. Not everybody going to make it. Not everybody's going to make it. And sometimes some of these older players, you know, you get long in the tooth in the NFL, man, they cut you. They'll cut you either for salary cap reasons or just because you ain't cutting the mustard no more. One of the two. So you just got to go. Guy, in case y'all didn't know, let me also say this. The roundtable, NFL roundtable. We got it going on over there. We started another channel, me and my man Taylor. Got a link going on. If you do want to make sure you go and subscribe to that channel, get an opportunity. Take the time out. Do that for you, man. I appreciate that. And for those who don't know, I will definitely make sure I drop the link in the chat so you can have that opportunity and subscribe. And subscribe. Make sure you do that. Let me drop it right now. My man Jeff Willis said those are the breaks. Shout out to Curtis Blow. That's what it is. Shout out to Curtis Blow. So, guys, if y'all ain't had the opportunity, take advantage of it, man. Drop the link in the chat so y'all can go and subscribe to NFL Roundtable. We talk strictly football over there. Strictly football, strictly football, strictly football. Look, there's your boy icon. There's your avatar. Look at that. Y'all see that? My man Walter got a bird, big grizzly bird coming. Man, that's got to be the dopest avatar ever. Next to that one, of course. But that's okay. It's still cool. I like it. And that's what it is. In case y'all didn't also know, your boy's got a you can hear my beautiful, sexy voice on audio if you choose to. Now, some people may not want to hear my voice. That's okay. I'm not going to hold it against you. Or you just may not want to see my handsome face. And that's okay. I'm okay with that too. But you can hear my voice. You know how you can do it? Go to Apple Music, Spotify. Check me out. I'm over dropping videos, dropping shows, or at least clips of shows, not full shows. I ain't trying to do that yet. Maybe I will. Maybe I will in the near future. But if you want to check out my audio, it's over there on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. Check us out, man. Look up NFL Roundtable. You should find it right then and there. Matter of fact, if you look at the link in the bio of my under my channel, the link is there. I probably also need to make sure I start posting it in the chat. I think it'll be a good idea, don't you guys? I'm tripping. Guys, if you want to become a member of the basement and see the behind the scenes videos, make sure y'all, become a member. Huh? I think it's only right. With that being said, let me go and post that too. Tommy said you got to relax. You got to relax, hey? What, Tommy, you got to explain yourself, brother. What I need to relax on? What's going on? A man is happy. His birds are looking good. They looking like a viable playoff type team. I'm getting married this weekend. I close on a house. My health is okay. I'm here with you guys. I don't need to relax, folk. Why have finally said something worth talking about? And you know what he said? Hey, congratulations. You and your bride on Saturday for the big day. Thank you. Finally. Something worth talking about coming off the message board from Why. That other Dallas crap is not what it is. Man, I know it's going to be hard for you this year. You're going to have a long, painful season. You know why? You only got one player signed out of the three guys you need to get signed. And that's not good. You let that go in the free agent market. Either y'all going to have to match him, y'all going to lose him. I'm just going to be serious. Because if you let him, you got too many teams out there. I'm in my category before the draft. At least 14 teams in the quarterback. 14. And I think only 4 of them got addressed. The Bears, Atlanta didn't need one. They just wanted one. Minnesota, look at the Bears, Minnesota, Denver. I think New Orleans need a quarterback. They are elongating the pain. I think the Jets need a quarterback. I think they elongating the pain because, look, we don't know how much more years Aaron Rodgers got to go. Maybe this year. You never know what that dude. That dude's something to quit. That dude just ready to retire on you any minute. You don't know what that do. So I think the Jets need a quarterback. There's quite a few teams out there that I think need a quarterback, man. And so if that gets out there in the free agency market, man, open market, he's gonna get somebody gonna pay him. Look, I'm not sold on Bryce Young. Young lady, honey, she said congratulations on the opportunity of blessing a woman with my last name. Right on. Guys, if I had the opportunity, go check this young lady out. She got a show over her. She does game shows. Now, I've never been on it. I've been invited, but I've never had the opportunity to be on it. One day here soon I will. One day I will tap in and I will try to show my intelligence. It might not show, but that's okay. I gave it the old college try. That's all. So how many of course she got? Say she got 10 questions. I might go over 10. But that's okay. I tried. I gave effort. That's all that matters, right? I mean, I don't know. Look at that. I might get some of the questions right. I may not get none of them right. I don't know. We'll see. Average man, what you laughing at? Don't laugh at me, man. Don't laugh at my pain, brother. I'm not going to sit there and tell you I'm the smartest one. I'm not. But I got common sense. And I use it. Hey, man. Hold on, game show host. Hold on now. You can't get me over it. You can't be laughing at me before I even get over there. You got to at least butter me up and say, no, he going to do great. You going to get all of them right. She just started laughing at me. Damn. Guys, sometimes you got to laugh at yourself. You can't take yourself too serious. I don't. Sometimes you got to laugh to keep from crying. I see some things going on this weekend other than my news that make you want to shake your head like, God bless. Man, I don't know what to say. I'm not in that situation. But I know certain individuals laugh at me. I know certain individuals said, you lied to that woman. I know a certain individual said, you take it all day to get married. Average man, look, you're not going to keep taking shots at me, dude. Come on, brother. We better than that. You'll get a participation trophy. He said, couples' families are welcome. I know, that's right. Hey, man, look, I'll allow y'all to get me out of focus, off my subject. We talked about how crappy the Dallas Cowboys is. And let's get back to it. So, I truly believe if Dak gets out there in the free agency market, it's over for him. It's over. I think the Cowboys and the Dak relationship will have to turn the page because I think he's done. I think he'll be done with him. I would. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say Dak deserves a high paid quarterback salary. No, he don't. He's already got over already. He already got one max contract from y'all. And he's up. He's up for another one. Now, I'm not going to sit there and tell you he's worth it. He's not. But you got to at least give him enough pay to make him think about it. He's already got his roots in Dallas or Fort Worth or whichever one you want to. Austin, really, because that's where they're located. But he's already has his roots there. So maybe Maybe he'll give you the hometown discount. I don't know. Do they even do that anymore? I don't know. Maybe. Or I could say, man, the hell with you guys. Y'all so damn disrespectful. I got to get the hell out of here. Y'all didn't want to sign me before. Why y'all trying to sign me now? Maybe. We'll see. I don't know if it's going to go through. I don't know if Dak's going to really want to sign with him. Dak may finish out the year and say, the hell with this. I'm donating all my Cowboys gear to the Goodwill, and I'm getting up through. He may say, the hell with you guys. Y'all ain't trying to win here. I understand you signed CeeDee Lamb, but y'all ain't put nobody on the defense. I ain't really got no young, vibrant tailback. Y'all gave me the fat hamster. His big ass, he's done. He ain't balled since his first 3 years. Y'all expect me to run with him? You allow Tony Pollard to get up out of here? What am I supposed to do? Offensive line is iffy. Defense is all right, but y'all don't want to pay the best player on defense we got. Why High comes back again with Dak's agent. Jeez. Dealing with Jones, no hometown discount. He said Dak on all his bread. I ain't no shortcuts. Said Dak gonna chuck up the deuces. Get the hell out. I'm out. Screw y'all. But before we go on, shout out to the average man. Came through with the $5 super chat. He didn't have to, he chose to. And I appreciate the blessings. Thank you, my brother. He says Dak will be a fool to give Jerry any kind of discount. Amen to that. Amen to that. Look here. I wouldn't give a damn thing. Matter of fact, I want all your money. I don't care what you get. I don't care if you don't sign on a player. I ain't got nothing to do with me. That's between you and your sons. Y'all need to work that out. But I want every dime I can get from you guys. Get your money, Dak. Run them dry for all I care. It ain't my team. Shit. It ain't my team. It ain't my team at all. But with that being said, let's keep it going. Saturday. In the midst of all what going on, I found some time on Saturday to catch some of that Florida State and Georgia Tech. Congratulations, Georgia Tech. Congratulations to them boys in the ATL. Shout out to them brothers, man. Shout out to them young brothers for winning that game. Now, we all know what Florida State is. We all know who they are. Y'all remember that team that was crying about we should have been in the Final Four. And they was, I think, finishing fifth, I think, was ranking fifth, and they played the sixth ranked team, which was Georgia. Now, this is what the excuse was. Well, we really didn't have no reason to play. You know, we lost our quarterback. We did this and stop it. Half of them didn't, they wouldn't want to play because we wasn't in the game. We want stop it. Let me say this, dog. Every time that whistle blow, you got to get on that field. You got to play. And if somebody can't play due to injury or they just don't want to show up, next man up. That's always been the rule. That's always going to be the rule. So don't come with no excuses. That bull crap, man. Florida State just got that ass handed to them. Hands down. That's all it was. Florida State got the ass handed to them. No ifs, ands, or buts. They wasn't ready to play. Now, I don't care if they had a hidden reason, agenda. Okay, so did Georgia. But guess what? Georgia showed the hell up, and they showed out on y'all asses. Showed y'all should have never been there. We should have been there. We the defending champs. That's what Georgia did. So that's the Florida I'm talking about. So you would think they come in with a chip on their shoulder, right? That falling season, you would think they were coming in with a chip on the shoulder. We gonna prove everybody wrong. Everybody was wrong about us. Shame on them for not putting us in the Final Four. And what happened? One of the weakest teams in the ACC beat that ass. This is how Jeff Woodley said he feels about it. Now, I'm not going to use the language because I'm trying to do better. He said, F them. That's what it said. God dang. Such harsh words, Jeff. Harsh words. But it's true. I say the same thing about Green Bay. But with that being said, Georgia Tech pulled off the upset, beat Florida State. The first big upset of the college football season. What a way to kick off the college football season with a big upset like that. Now, Florida State's eliminated from the playoff bid. And I know it's a new platform. You can have up to, I think, 12 teams. Dog, you can't be coming out the ACC and not be undefeated and think you're going to go. You're not going. ACC is not respectable enough to be having one-loss teams in there. You're not. You're not. You're going to have too many other viable teams that's going to be able to fight for that. Let me tell you this. The SEC could have two. In that 12-team playoff, they could have two. You're going to have the SEC champ and maybe the SEC runner-up, both being there. That's how tough it's going to be. So your ACC representative may not get to make the deal. Average man said, that's crazy. How can you not play? Aren't they trying to put a great tape out there for the NFL teams to see that they can get drafted? Stop the excuses, ball and ball. That's it, average man. What you said. Well, I said NIL deals has spread talent all over the NCAA. This is true. This is true. Same goes for the we're gonna leave that one alone right there. We're not gonna touch that one. But I understand what you're saying, Jeffrey. Right on. God damn. It's rough. These dudes are rough, man. No mercy. No mercy at all. But look here. Why I said the NIL deal spread the talent all over. Why? Let me say this. The rich still getting richer. Alabama's still going to be Alabama. Georgia's still going to be Georgia. Those teams are not going to be affected by the NIL deal. Not like that. Are they going to miss out on some players? Maybe here and there. But let me say this. Some of the second and third stringers are better than some of these starters on a lot of these major colleges. It ain't nothing you can do about getting them. Ohio State still going to be Ohio State. Michigan's still going to be Michigan's. The Alabamas, your Texases, and your Oklahoma's still going to be Oklahoma and Texas. And that's what there's going to be. They're going to get what they need to get. And they're going to ball out and they're going to play. The rich are going to get richer. Are some of these lower level teams going to come up? Yeah. You're going to have a few sneaking there every once in a while. They're going to have a decent season. Maybe even get in a 12-team playoff. Maybe. But are they going to be able to do it on a consistent thing? Can we say year after year after year after year? No. You won't see that. Somebody with this blasphemy here says Missouri wins the SEC. In what? Maybe they're talking about women's basketball. That's what they're talking about. They ain't not talking about God's sport. I know they're not talking. Book it. Come on, Virginia. Come on, Virginia. You got to be kidding me. Man, let me drop this. I'm going to have to drop the link. Somebody got to explain. Somebody got some explaining to do. They think this is going to happen. Missouri? That's a show me state, ain't it? Well, you have to show me. You got to show me. Lane Kiffin is coming. Where is he going to? Why? You think he's going to Dallas? You think he's going to Dallas? Well, you can have him. I'm not sold on him as a college coach. He's all right as offensive coordinator. Okay, here we go. Now you finally said something. That makes sense. Chiefs win another ring. Now that's possible. I like Patrick with Homeboy. In fact, I got him over at a Funko Pop. He over there. I got a big one down at the bottom and another one back behind me. Matter of fact, come next week. I'm glad y'all said that. Come next week, we're gonna have me, Taylor, and we're gonna try to have a couple more guys to talk about our teams that we like to root for. So I like the Birds. Taylor likes the Chiefs. I'm gonna try to get another guy who's a Falcons fan, and some more guys who could speak on some other teams. And we're gonna have a show. That's next Monday. Not this, of course, not today, but next Monday. Right before the NFL season starts. And we're just gonna give our perspective on what we think about this coming season. Possible predictions. I already said mine. Mine's on record right now. 13-4 for the Chicago Bears. Y'all may think I'm crazy. I'm doing drugs or drink. I don't drink, and I don't do drugs. This is just me. And I think 13-4 is what we're going to have. That's what the Bears going to win. We're going to have my man, Caleb Williams, a.k.a. Mr. Hollywood, a.k.a. Pretty Nails. Somebody call him. I think they call him Pretty Nails. 13-4. Now, you talking about Lila. Who's that? You talking about book it. Book that. Book that. Now they laugh at me. That secondhand smoke must have got to me, guys. I must be talking crazy. Come on now. You just being nasty. Body slam? Damn. Maybe they from Missouri. I don't know. I assume they are because they talk about Missouri going to win the SEC. Woo. Look at guys. In case y'all didn't know, the SEC used to be 14. Now they 16 because we added 2 more teams. Texas and Oklahoma are now members of the SEC. So what the big bag bully just got worse and bigger and badder. Ain't nothing y'all can do about them. SEC, you don't want to see them. Now let me say this. It seems like sometimes they have a decent regular season, but then that bowl game, they kind of fall off. I don't know what's wrong with them in that bowl game. Sometimes they fall off. Sometimes they play good. Sometimes. My man Marcus ever said, "What's up, OG? What's going on, brother Marcus? Hopefully all is well with you, my brother." Hey, man. Jeff, you starting to show your true colors now. You must have got them numbers mixed up. More like 4 and 13. Is it a bold prediction? Some may think so. Average man. Watch us. Watch us. Mark said we winning next year. Who's we? Mark, who's we? Who you talking about? Explain yourself. With that being said, let's keep it going. Everybody else playing college, they start this weekend, 31st. My team, which is Kentucky Wildcats. Oh, hell no. Mark, you over talking about basketball. We talking about God's sport, football, brother. But I understand. Just want to take shots at your boy. This has to be a certified hater. Keenan Allen in this glass. Damn. I hope not. I hope you're wrong. Hope you're wrong about everything you said. Well, Missouri, KC, and Keenan Allen. 7-6 may be more realistic. Well, first of all, that means we sacrifice a lot of games because there's 4 games missing if we only going 7-6. We playing 17 games, brother, so that can't be the thing. He said China glass. Man, that ain't worse. Marcus, I ain't gonna hold it against you, brother. Welcome to the show again. I know you just got here, but we talking about football right now. It's football season, brother. You didn't know? Season started as far as college, and the NFL starts in less than May the 5th. which is over 11 days from now. We there. Season in full effect. We there. Whether you like it or not. Yeah, I'm going to have to put my man Jeffrey on the hater list alongside Wild High. Then stuff from the dollar store. Damn. Gets even worse. That being said, let's keep it going, man. I ain't going to let y'all distract me. I'm not going to let y'all hurt my feelings. Marcus said, well, the Eagles will win next year. Okay. Eagles still got a good team for this year, man. I mean, look, they got a top-notch defense. They got some good receivers. The addition of Saquon Barkley is a big plus for Jalen Hurts. It's going to help him have somebody run instead of him running for that touch push all the time. You can turn around, hand the ball to Saquon Barkley. Maybe we can do something. So I think, look, Philadelphia's got a nice team. I think I can see some good things coming out of them. I can see him back in the Super Bowl again. But in order to get to the Super Bowl, you got to have to run through them Chicago Bears, the future NFC champ. Yeah, y'all heard me. I ain't say the NFC North champ. I said the NFC champ. We're going to be in the Super Bowl. By this time next year, we're going to be in the Super Bowl. 2025 Super Bowl champs, Chicago Bears. I'm predicting that. I'm predicting right now we're going to go 13-4 this season. We're going to take a loss in the playoff, and that's going to be okay. And then this time next year, y'all know what's happening. Y'all going to hear this. Huh? Y'all going to be hearing this sound. Huh? Listen to what I'm saying. This is what you're going to be hearing right here. Yes. Huh? Let me stop there. Ain't nobody. Y'all trying to give me a strike. I see what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to get your boy a strike. I ain't going to let that happen. I'm not going to let that happen. But that's what you're going to be hearing. That's what you're going to be hearing. Juju, Hollywood, Kelsey, Rice, Pacheco, SB bound. Well, first of all, is Juju still on your team? I thought y'all let him go. I don't know. I thought y'all let Juju go. But everybody else I can agree with. Been around for 5 Super Bowls with them boys. Remember 4 of them this year. While I've been drinking. Y'all forgive him. He said, just signed today. Oh, y'all signed that bum? Y'all re-signed that trash wide receiver? Look at it. Sounded like it was a waste of money. Waste of money. Juju is a waste of money. Y'all should have let him go back to Pittsburgh with his sorry ass, or maybe New England. Come on, man. Come on, man. Look here, man. Come on, man. Average man, don't you start. Come on, man. The Texans will have a better record than the Bears. We will go 12-5. Bears get their first L on September the 15th. Look here, average man. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's gonna be a hard-fought game, and we're gonna win at the last second field goal. My man Santos gonna kick the game-winning field goal at Texas, in Houston. What you know about that? Huh? What you know about that? 3rd game of the season, and we're gonna bust their heads to the white meat. Yes, we are. Let me keep this going. I ain't gonna let y'all get me distracted. I see what's going on, and I'm not gonna let it happen. So I got to get to this fantasy football. Unfortunately, my man wasn't able to show up today. My guy wasn't able to show up today. My guy Chris on the thumbnail wasn't able to show up today. It happens. That's life. That's life. But we're gonna talk about fantasy football. So, guys, I don't know if you had an opportunity. I did a live stream of 2 of my drafts online. 2 drafts I had in person. One of them I couldn't record at the time because I was on another show. Shout out to J.R. Lapifa, Lapifa and Lapifa Sunday. I was on that show and really get to really participate. I was in and out, and so I just I just logged off because I didn't coming in and out and not been to hear everything, and I've been to really take it in and give my POV wasn't further to show. So I just stepped down and I told him I was gonna come back once I get done with my draft, and that's what I did. But with that being said, I didn't get to record that one, and I didn't want to record the one at my man's barbershop, man, because it was where it was just too tight, too all really on top of each other like that, man, and it wouldn't have been a good showing. So didn't get to do it, but I did do a live stream while I was online drafting a couple of my teams. What's going on, Brother Truth? So I was able to do it then. Now, I have another online draft, but if I have a show on Sunday, I'm not going to be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? If I have a show on Sunday, I won't be able to do it. So it depends if I'm going to do another live stream or if the people have a show we're going to do on Sunday at the same time. Because my draft starts, I think, like 1:30. I think that's what time it said. Let me check my calendar to make sure. Let me check my calendar to make sure. I'm sorry. So yeah, it starts at 1:30. My draft does, and usually that's about the time we start the people Sunday. So I won't get to stream it, but I will be doing. Unfortunately, while I'm in the back, I will be doing a live draft. And normally the drafts usually take about an hour and 10 minutes to the most, no more than an hour and a half. You know, if everything runs right, it'll take up the whole time. Average Man said, check you out later, bro. I have to get some rest. Work in the morning. Big brother, go get your money. Don't let me be the reason why you're staying up. I understand what you're going through. I got to be up at 5:30 because I got to be at work at 6:30. So I know what you mean. Get that money, brother. Get that money. But with that being said, so I wasn't able to do it. I won't be able to do it then if we got a show. So, and that's cool. But I was able to record two of the other ones. And hopefully you got to enjoy it. Those who are interested in fantasy football, those who are participating in fantasy football, or even thinking about, getting involved in fantasy football. Hopefully I was able to help you with them two streams. But in case, for those who didn't see it, shame on you. First things first, shame on you because you didn't see it. I don't know why you didn't get to see it, but shame on you. But for those who did, here's a couple of my teams of my live draft. So, team number 4. That guy right there, that's my team. That's my team. So, my first overall pick was Tyreek Hill. My second one was Marvin Harrison Jr. DJ Moore was my third. So I got 3 receivers back to back to back. And I came up with my quarterback, Jalen Hunt. Ramondre Stevenson. Kyle Pitts was my tight end. Najee Harris was my other running back. Rashee Rice. The fat hamster, Zeke Elliott. Tyler Algier. Also, I picked my own. Caleb Williams, offensive rookie of the year. Dowell, I think that's how you pronounce the name, running back from the Dallas Cowboys. So just in case Ezekiel Elliott doesn't come through, you got to do what you got to do. Cole Kmet, my personal tight end. I like him. I like the potential he brings. A.J. Dillon, Tyrone Tracy Jr., and Bucky Irvin. So that's my roster for one of my leagues. And here's another roster for my other league. And I got a couple more leagues I'll show you. So right here, I'm the 10th pick. The other league, I was 4th pick. This one, I'm the 10th pick. So in this league, these are my first 4 picks was receivers. Now, when you're playing in a league, let me pull this down real fast. When you're playing in a league, some leagues are PPR. And for those who don't know what PPR, it's point per reception. So every catch I make, I get 1 point. Or some leagues do half a point. Some do a full point. You got to make sure you read the rules. Another thing you got to pay attention to, some of them is a default on it. And Passing touchdowns is only 4 points for the quarterback. But the person who receives the pass is 6 points. So guys, make sure you pay attention to that. So if you get only 4 points for passing the ball, certain quarterbacks are not going to be beneficial to you. Let me say that again for those in the back who may not hear me. If you are in a league where you only get 4 points per passing touchdowns, unless they throwing 35 touchdowns a season, it's not going to be beneficial. You'd be better off getting a guy who likes to run like Lamar, Jared Allen, somebody like Jalen Hunt, somebody who doesn't like to run the ball in. It's not going to be beneficial to them. They just throw the ball all the time. It's not, because you're only going to get 4 points. You're losing 2 points every time you throw a touchdown, except just running. So I make sure I pick according to the rules. You got to pay attention to that. That's very important. All of the Cowboys, he picking. Yes, why high? I got 2 of them bum Cowboys, the starter and the backup running back. Let me get back to this. I ain't gonna let them. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna let them distract me from giving lessons on how to draft. So with that being said, you got to make sure you pay attention to the rules and regulations of your league. If you don't, you can be missing out on a lot of points. You may not be benefiting on a lot of things. So definitely make sure you pay attention. Read the rules. So one of the rules I had to remind somebody, matter of fact, they even had to get it proven to them, was in our league, you initially start 3 wide receivers. But then we got 2 flex spots. So that means I can start up to 5 wide receivers. Guess who took advantage of that? Guess who took advantage of the rules? I can start 5, or I can start up to 4 running backs if I choose. Now, I like the wide receiver route because there's a lot of top-notch receivers. Now, the thing about it, if you do that, like I did, you're taking a hit on the running backs. You are taking a hit on the running backs, and that, it can cost you. It can cost you. So I need for my running backs to just do decent. I mean, I don't need them to be superstars, but just do decent. I just need my wide receivers to be the superstars that I expect them to be. So let's look at this. So again, I can start up to 5 wide receivers, and this is the ones I chose. First pick, St. Brown, Justin Jefferson, DK Metcalf, and DJ Moore. I know y'all like, man, why you keep on getting DJ Moore? Why you keep on? Look here, dog. To me, one of the best receivers in the NFC. Quiet as kept. So those are my first 4 picks. Now, I went with a running quarterback because, like I said, look at your rules. Pay attention to your rules. If your rules said passing touchdowns only 4 and running touchdowns 6, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to get the guy that runs more than any quarterback in the league, and that's Lamar Jackson. That's what I did. So he's my designated first running back. Now, I know these Ravens fans said, oh, he ain't no running back. He's a quarterback. Bullshit. Henry ain't going to get as many carries as he think he's going to get. You know why? Because his selfish ass going to carry the ball the whole time. Let's keep this going. So my first, again, running back that I end up drafting, that is an official running back, is Ramondre Stevenson. As y'all see, I got him many other times. Then my 5th receiver is Rice. Now, I think Rice is going to have a good year, man. Last year, Rice started to come on, and I like the way he's moving. So I really appreciate Rice. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully he pans out. If not, he'll be replaced. with a second running back or a third tight end, a second tight end, something. I'll figure that out. I only got one tight end, but I'll go out and draft another one if I have to. But we'll see. Javonte Williams is my other running back. Then I end up getting Chase Brown. The fat hamster coming back again. As y'all see, I'm hoping the fat hamster pans out for me. Ezekiel Elliott. Shakur. Now, he's supposed to be a decent receiver out there in Buffalo. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, I heard I'm kind of a little skeptical on that. We'll see. My backup quarterback is Caleb Williams. Khalil Herbert. Defense, Chicago Bears. Algier is my other running back that I pick up. And Bucky Irvin. So that's my roster for that one. Now, let me show you my other online rosters I end up picking. Hold on now, Joe. What's so funny? My team is put together. Better watch us. We got Travel once in. Greetings to the Hinks. Faithful fiance Dorian and Dorian's fiance. She kills me. She don't want to give me no credit. She just don't need some crumbs. Flying by to say, have a good evening. Less than 6 days to go. Bells will be ringing. He said, what up, man? Who do you think I should start at my flex week 1? In full PPR, Pickens, Rashid, Najee, Chase Brown. Who is this? Jamone? I don't know who that is. Thank you. Thank you, Brody. Jameson Williams. Okay. J-Mo. Okay. Is that what y'all call him? J-Mo? So be it. I'm going to say 2 names that I like, and that's Pickens and Chase Brown. But I don't like Pickens if they decide to go with Russell Wilson as a starter. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. If they decide to go with Russell Wilson to start, I don't like Pickens. That's going to affect him. Jameson Williams, I don't think he's ready just yet. I mean, not yet. Look here. I like Chase Brown as another option. And the reason why I like Chase Brown, man, the offense they run, he going to be catching a lot of balls out of that. Him or Zach Moss will. But I think Chase will be the lead back in that offense. But I first will be Pickens, especially if they start Justin Fields. Yes, I do. The reason why I think he's better than Justin Fields with Pittsburgh is because he has that ability to run. And so now you can't double team Pickens because you're going to have to send somebody to spy on Justin Fields just in case he tucks that ball and run. Russell Wilson's not a threat to run at all. Not at all. So they're going to be playing straight up man-to-man defense on everybody and may even set a safety over the top for Pickens because Russell Wilson's not going nowhere. He's just going to sit back in that pocket. That's the reason why I like him with Justin Fields over Russell Wilson. Just my opinion. Jefferson, no win situation at the QB in Pittsburgh. God damn, that's rough. But Jack Lane, I hope that helps you. Just my opinion. I like Justin Fields and over Russell Wilson with George Pickens. I'm sorry. I also have Pickens myself, so I know what you're going through. I know what you're dealing with. So how do I feel on Pickens' year if Russell's starting? It's going to be rough. Let me say this. Pickens, he's already a vocal wide receiver now, and he's going to be yelling even more for Russell Wilson. Because your boy going to be ducking it down to the tight end with Pat Furman, more than likely Jalen Warren or Najee Harris. He's going to be dumping that ball. He's not going to throw a long ball like that. He's not. And Fields is willing on throwing a long ball compared to Russell Wilson. That's why I think it's going to be a problem. I mean, I like Pickens in the short, on the short side of the field where he throws little 5-yard outs and does that. I think he does that pretty good every once in a while. But, man, he also has the ability to hit home runs, and I don't think Russell Wilson is going to be willing on taking those unless it's the end of the quarter or Hail Mary. I think he's going to hurt Pickens. If he had to play with him all year, I think he's going to hurt him, man. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Pickens can downgrade from last year, though, right? You said Pickens can't downgrade from last year, though, right? Pickens had a bad year, but he also had a lot of bad quarterback options. So, I mean, look, that's the decision you got to make, brother. I like Pickens with Fields because of that home run aspect of Fields and his ability to run, and he's going to keep the defense honest. Again, they're not going to always be able to put a safety over Pickens when you got Justin Fields, he'll make 2 reads and then he's taking off. You can't do that. You're going to have to keep somebody in else he's going to tear your ass up. His leg's going to tear you up alone. Russell's leg's not going to tear you up unless you just talk about him moving side to side. That's not going to tear him up for real. That's not going to hurt him like that. So that's the reason why I like Fields with Pickens. But, I mean, like I said, you can evaluate him the first 2 games, see how it goes. I also like Chase Brown. But Chase Brown's going to be sharing that spotlight with Zach Moss. Who's going to really who's going to get the majority of the runs? I don't know. It's up in the air. They're not saying nothing. They keep everything on the download on the hush, so we'll see. Let's keep it going. In a 12-team, 2-keeper league, half-point PPR, I have Chase and Henry. I'm sure you're talking about Derrick Henry. And are you talking about Chase Brown or who you are DeMarcus? Jamar Chase? Is that who you talking about? I assume that's who you're talking about, Jamar Chase and Derrick Henry. And the first pick, best available, is Saquon and Wilson. Not sure which way to go. I really like both players. Sure, you're talking about Garrett Wilson, Saquon Barkley. I'm going to go with Garrett Wilson. Not against Saquon, but, man, his health worries me. And that's one reason I picked 4 wide receivers in a row, because if you look at this draft, well, you can't see it, but I had the opportunity to draft Saquon Barkley, and I didn't. He went in the second round. I didn't draft him. I didn't draft him at all because I'm worried about his health. Every year I'm worried about his health. I've never had Saquon Barkley, and I never had opportunity really. Well, I did. Let me take that back. I did have the opportunity. I just didn't take it because I had the first overall pick in one draft and a 4th pick in another draft, and I didn't look at him. You look here, I had a chance to get him. I didn't. I get him. They want him. It's not worth. I don't think so. So if I was you, brother, Frozen Gaming, I go with Garrett Wilson. I would go with Garrett Wilson. That would be my pick. That's who I would start. And let it play out. That's what I would do. I don't. Not against Saquon, but, man, I just can't trust his health, man. Even with a new team, I cannot trust his health. But, look, you already got a top-notch type running back anyway. Of course, you got a top-notch type receiver. But why not following up with another receiver? You got the first pick. And guess what? You go out there and get you somebody like a Ramondre Stevenson. He may fall to you. Alvin Kamara. He may fall to him. You know what I'm saying? I would get those two type backs that likes to catch a lot of footballs out of the backfield. Another thing about Saquon Barkley, man, it's going to be hard for him to catch balls out of the backfield. I don't think he's going to be doing a lot of that. Why? Because you got Smith, you got Brown, and then you got Dobson as your wide receivers. You got Dallas Goedert as your tight end. You got plenty of pass catchers over there, man. They did a great job with blessing their receiver and core when they got Dotson. Shout out to them, man. Even from within the same conference, that's surprising. That don't make sense to me. I even shot a video on that. That makes no sense. There's no way I would trade somebody a weapon who y'all was gonna deem as y'all number 2 receiver to rival Philadelphia Eagles in my own conference. There's no way. Matter of fact, I'd go even further. I would have sent his ass over to the AFC, but they didn't. They sent it to the same person in the division. Now you got to play that dude twice. This man gonna have a chip on his shoulder. He looking for the get back. I don't think that's a smart decision, but who am I to tell you? Who am I to tell the ownership what type of decision you make? Who am I to tell it? My man, hopefully, I assume you had to have your keepers in early, or can they wait till the last minute Frozen Gaming? What was y'all deadline for the keepers? I don't know if you already had it or this is like a prediction of who you think is going to be available, or you already know. I don't know. Damn, I wish you had some better options. I wish you had some better options. It is what it is. But out of those two options, I'm going with Garrett Wilson. And in my second round, I would look for a tailback then. And I think you said you had the first pick. Yeah, you had the first pick. So that means you're going to, in a 12 team, so that means you won't get to pick again to pick 24. Man, it'll probably be a reach, but I would look at Alvin Kamara. And the reason why I would look at Alvin Kamara, we all know Alvin Kamara likes to catch a lot of footballs out of the backfield. So that'll help you right there. And like I said, it's a half-point PPR. That'll help you. If you don't decide to get Alvin Kamara right then and there, I would look a Javonte type Williams type running back, maybe in the 4th round. I would look in the 5th round. Now you might be reaching for this in the 5th round, even for the 5th round. Somebody like a Chase Brown. Now, I don't know how you feel about having multiple players on the same team, from the same team, like Jamar Chase and then Chase Brown, both played with Cincinnati. I don't know how you feel about that. So that might help you with that judgment on that. But I'll say this: I will be looking in that, that 3rd round. Well, look, because you're gonna have him on that 2nd and 3rd, that 3rd. Yeah, it won't. Look, I would look at getting him on that going back around. So he would probably more likely fall in the third round. I would look at getting Alvin Kamara in that third, that second pick at that second pick of the on the turnabout. So when you're in the second round going into the third, I would be looking at Alvin Kamara. That's not a bad getting him in the third round. That won't be bad. You got to think that'll be 36 players. He'd be in the top 36. I don't think that would be bad. Not at all. So that's who I would go with. That's who I would go with personally. But that's for you to make that call. This is my thoughts. Hopefully that helps you, brother. Hopefully that helps you. Let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. What other questions some of my watchers may be having? What is my man Jeff saying? He said the Commanders didn't think much of Jahan Dotson. No, they didn't. But, you got to question that because Commanders are not good at all. They got Eckler, they got Brian Robinson, they got Scary Terry. They don't have much weapons. I mean, like, damn. I mean, did Dotson have some issues in the wide receivers room? I mean, what? Why was they willing to trade this man like that to a divisional rival? See that's crazy. I don't know. I don't know why they went on doing that, but they did it. That's exactly what they did. So with that being said, let's keep it going, man. I got I want to show you my other league that I have that was online. That some of those made it in see, but shame on you for not seeing. This is my other draft. And these are some of the other players that I drafted. Now, of course, these are not in the order I drafted, but these are some of the players. So, with that being said, I got Jalen Hurts, the quarterback, A.J. Brown. So, I got that nice connection going. Marvin Harrison Jr., Dave Montgomery, Alvin Kamara, Kyle Pitts, DJ Moore, T. Higgins, Chase Brown. Like I said, I don't know how some people feel about drafting one player, two players from the same team. I don't have a problem with it. I don't, at me personally, I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Because if they're good, they're good. If they ain't, well, it's part of the game. And if the matchup's not like, then I'll just sub whoever I feel is more vulnerable out. I got that option. Here's the rest of my team. Caleb Williams, Jalen Warren, Tyler Algier, Cole Kmet, Dobbins, J.K. Dobbins, Curtis Samuel, Bucky Irvin, Young Ho Koo, and Buffalo's defense. So that's one of draft league. And here's my second one. My man said trade away Achane and Waddle for Breece. Breece Hall and wide receivers are CD, Waddle, Rice, T, and Odunze. That man's got him a possible offensive rookie of the year candidate in Odunze. I know that. Odunze. I like it. So let me see. He said I traded away Achane and Waddle for Breece Hall, how you pronounce it, you won't say it. My wide receivers are CD, Waddle, Rice, T, and Odunze. So hold on, let me understand this. Trade away Achane and Waddle. So it sounds like you traded one away, but then you come back and say you didn't trade him because you said your wide receivers are CeeDee Lamb, Waddle, Rice, T, and Oduyes. Okay. I like that. I like that little 1, 2, 3, 4, that little 5-man roster. Now, who's your second running back then? Who is your second running back? I'm curious on knowing that. It was a question I was asking if I should accept the trade. Oh, okay. Okay, so let me mine this one out. Let's think about this, young blood. Because you look young. Now, I don't know if it's just your picture, but you look young. That's okay. I like to have these young bloods asking questions for an old man such as myself with a little bit of wisdom. Okay. He said, my running back are Pacheco and Achane. So your question is, trade away Achane and Waddle for Brees. Is that what we're talking about doing? I'm assuming that's what is happening. So a guy wants your Achane and he wants your Waddle. He's willing to give you Brees. Currently, your wide receivers are CeeDee, Waddle, Rice, T, and Oduyes. The other running back is Pacheco. So you trade away 2 for 1, right? Is that what you're doing? Let me drop my link, man. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta keep reading this. You can actually come up here and have a conversation. He says, yes. Exactly, old motherfucker. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Young blood, if you want to come up, we can talk. If you don't, I understand. Yeah, I can still answer your question through the chat. We can do that too. But with that being said, 2 for 1. Achane, Waddle for Brees. Pacheco's your other running back. You already have CeeDee, Rice, T. Higgins, and Oduyes. I don't have a problem with that. And this is why I don't have a problem with that. I'm not sold on Achane. Me, I didn't draft him at all. Waddle, he's sometimey. So not a fan. If you ain't got Tyreek Hill, don't worry about nobody else on Miami that you need to worry about. I'm okay with that. So that would be a yes for me. I will be letting Achane and Waddle go for Brees. Now, cross your fingers, young blood, and pray Brees can stay healthy. And so he says, then it would be CeeDee, Rice for wide receiver, Brees and Pacheco, running back, and T-Flex. Okay. So now you give me what your possible starting lineup would be. So you're going to start Brees and Pacheco. I like it. T. Higgins, CeeDee Lamb, and whatever your choice is to flex. Let me ask you this, young blood. Is there somebody you could put instead of Oduyes at the flex? Because I think he's eventually going to be the number 2 receiver for the Chicago Bears. That's my team. I think he's eventually going to be the number 2. I don't think it's going to be out the gate. He's going to be number 2. I think Keenan Allen is going to get that nod for that number 2 spot. At least for probably about the first 4 or 5 games. But then as Romeo comes along, I think he's going to take over. So is there somebody you got good that you can put at that flex spot besides Oduyes right now? I'm curious. Of course, you're going to have to go out there and pick up a player because you're going to be a guy short because you're giving up 2 for 1. Is it a PPR? That also makes a difference. He's saying Rodriguez would be on the bench. Okay, so hold on. So you start, and I assume that flex you could start, tight end, running back, and receive. Running back and receiver, correct? Okay, for now. Yes, PPR. Half point or full point? That also makes a difference. Let me see. Thank you so much. I subscribe. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir, for subscribing. Now, brother, remember, I got 2 channels. NFL Roundtable is one channel, but also we have the Basement Recap. Now, on the Roundtable, we strictly talk football. So if that's what you want to hear football, make sure you're on the Roundtable. But if you want to hear other sports, over the Sports Recap, we talk other sports other than football. But you're going to enjoy yourself. I promise you will. Either way. My man Chandler said, trade away Chase. Worthy, Andrews, White, Raiders running back. For Sia and Olivier, my running back. Ooh. Okay, hold on now. Boy, I got to process this. My man said, trade away Chase, Worthy, and Andrews. You talking about Zay White, the running back for Raiders. Okay. So now you traded 1, 2, 3, 4 guys, and you're receiving McCaffrey and Olivier. My running backs are Zeke, Mostert, Ford, Javonte. Wide receivers are Evans, Debo, Rice, Curtis Samuel. Need the running back, though. 1 quarterback, PPR. Other tight ends, it's Dallas Goedert. Right on, young blood. I appreciate you. Thank you, sir. I don't think I'll make that trade, man. I can't. I can't. And the reason why, man, is because if McCaffrey goes down, man, you are screwed. I was about to say another word. Now, of course, you got Mostert, and he's only good for 6 games himself. Now, I ain't gonna front. And Debo Samuels, we don't know what he's gonna get with Debo. But to give away Chase, Worthy, and Andrews, and White's gonna more likely be the lead back in Vegas. So you got 2. Man, I ain't gonna front, man. I couldn't do it. I could not do it and tell you this in good faith. I wouldn't make that trade. Because the thing about it, man, you give it a 1, 2, 3, 4 players, and you only get 2 back. I don't have no faith in Derek Carr as a quarterback. I think he's trash, and I said it earlier. He's one of the guys I think they really need to get a quarterback. I don't know why they keep riding with him. Yeah, And look, Mason's looking good. Elijah Mitchell is good with the 49ers. I don't think he's going to get all the carries, man. I know last year, and look, I don't know if you're superstitious, but my man was on a Madden cover. Now, if you believe in that jinx, I wouldn't do a trade. I let whoever got McCaffrey have him and see what happens. Is this a keeper league? Let me ask you that. That could make a difference. Or if it's a straight up, every year we draft. Because if it's keeper league, there's no way I'm going to make a trade. If it's a year by year, I would think about it and I would look hard, but man, it's got. I don't know. Are you worried about Jamar Chase's contract situation? Is that concern for you? I don't know. Xavier Worthy. Now he's a rookie. You never know what you're gonna get out of them young players. But look, White's gonna have majority of the carries, man. And if Jamar don't already get his contract signed, he's gonna be looking to prove something. Whether it's gonna be for the Bengals or somebody else, he could be put some film out there for. So I think he's gonna ball out. Andrews, I think he's looking for a bounce back year. He got hurt. He was missing a lot. I think he's gonna have a bounce back year. Xavier Worthy's gonna be in the offense, man. That's gonna give him the opportunity. Him and Rice, and I guess Juju's weak ass. Jesus Christ, why they sign him back, man? My God, Lord help him. That's crazy. But that's a different story. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not gonna wait. Dwell on. I'm not gonna do that. God bless. I wouldn't do it. Chandler, I would not do it. Don't do it, man. Now I hope I don't mess you up me. Look, now you're gonna have me thinking all year I'm be watching McCaffrey, and I ain't got the dude on my team. I had a chance to draft, and I didn't. I had the first overall pick. I'm gonna show you what league I had it in. I had the first overall pick. In this league. I didn't get to show y'all yet, but this league I had first overall pick. You know who I took my first overall pick? Bijan Robinson. I had the number 1 pick, and I took Bijan Robinson. You know where Bijan's projected to go? 4 below. They had McCaffrey, they had Tyreek, and CeeDee Lamb was your top 3. I chose none of those dudes. And I went with Bijan. That's what I went with. So here's my other roster. This is for my head-to-head part of the league. The other one I showed y'all was overall points. But this is my head-to-head. I had Marvin Harrison Jr., DJ Moore, Bijan Robinson, Pacheco, tight end, Cole Kmet, other receiver, DK Metcalf, George Pickens, Nick Chubb. Now, of course, we know Nick Chubb's going to be on IR for at least 4 games and could be more. But I won't need him. I got Bijan Robinson and Isaiah Pacheco as my starting running backs. He could wait all the way till after the bye week fall. I care. I wouldn't come back week 6 and come back and do something. Hey, it's a benefit. I got him late in the draft, so it doesn't matter. Chase Brown, Caleb Williams, Romo Jr. You see him? Now look, in this league, I got DJ Moore at 1 receiver and Rome as my other one. That's crazy, but that's what I did. So you say, well, you pick your heart. No, look, you got to take shots. You got to take chances. Also, I follow my man up with Tyler Algier. So as y'all see right now, I got 3 In 3 leagues, I got Algier somehow, some way. And I only got Bijan in 1 league. But I think this guy's got a lot of competition. Look, he's going to be good trade bait. If somebody's running back goes down, he's a good one to have. If I was a team out there looking for a running back, I would be looking at him. Truth be told, somebody like Dallas need to be looking at him. Truth be told, somebody like Minnesota should be looking at him. Because he should be a number 1 lead back, but he's not getting that opportunity. Why? Because you got Bijan Robinson in front of him, who they consider the better back. Why? Because they picked him number in the first round. You're not going to invest that much money into a running back and not play him. You shouldn't, unless you're Arthur Smith. Stupid coach from the Atlanta Falcons last season. That's why he was fired, and now guess where he's at? Pittsburgh Steelers. Hopefully you don't affect my man George. You better not. Don't affect my man George Pickens. Y'all see your name right there. But let's go through the rest of these. TJ Hawkinson. Now, I know he's hurt right now. He'll be back sooner or later. But don't need him right now. Just need him later. A.J. Dillon, another backup. Rashad Bateman, Tyler Bass, and the Chicago Bears defense. Guys, a lot of people sleeping on the Bears defense. Y'all don't realize the last 10 games of the season, we finished in the top 10. And guess what? We had 2 rookies that getting a lot of playing. I'm going to say they start all the time, but they was getting a lot of playing time. Kyler Gordon and was only second-year players. They were going to their second year, sophomore year. Someone was supposed to be even a freshman last year. I mean, not a freshman, but a senior last year if they would stayed in college. We got rid of Eddie Jackson and brought my man Bird in there from Philadelphia at the safety spot. I like what we have to offer, man. I like our cornerbacks. That cornerback room is deep. Our cornerback room is deep, and our wide receiver room is deep. A lot of experience in there. A lot of talent. So a lot of people sleep on the Bears, and that's cool. I'm okay with that. Sleep on us. 13-4, I told you. Got picked. Don't know what that means. What are you talking about? Trey Lance? He threw another interception? Probably so. Probably so. Guys, man, hey, look here, guys. You know something? These last few questions, man, I appreciate them because they challenge me. You know what I'm saying? They challenge your mental about what's going on with in fantasy football, what's going on in football period. And they make you think, because guess what? These options I might have to deal with. This right here. This right here was a lot tough to ponder and come up with than my man's. What's that? My man's name? What's his name? Mr. Lusfin. I think that's how you pronounce it. If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. Because of what the options are, man. And so with that being said, man, it's I understand how tempting it is because you see Olivier and Christian McCaffrey. I understand, man. But guys, he's injury prone. That's what really scares me about him. That's really why I've never took him on my roster. I can't do it. I just can't. And so that's the reason why I'm saying well. But look, I'm gonna be watching these two guys. Now that my man brought it to my attention, I'm gonna be watching how CMC how he does. Just because my man asked me that question. It's gonna be forever in the back of my mind. Again, I'm not a fan of Derek Carr. I don't think he's a good quarterback. So, Olivier, really, you be trading 4 players for getting really, you're going to be selling for 1 in that trade. You got Chase Worthy, Mark Andrews, and Zay White. You're going to be trading 4 for 1. So at the end of the day, is that worth? That's got to be the question. Is it worth 4 for them 1 guy? Now, once Olivier get a better quarterback, then he's going to be right in there. I think if Olivier had a better quarterback, I think I probably would make that trade. Let me say that right now. But he doesn't. He doesn't. So I don't trust it. I just don't trust it, man. It's not worth taking a shot. It's not worth rolling the dice on. It's really not. It's really not. But guys, with that being said, hey, man, I appreciate you guys being here. Again, if you ain't had the opportunity of subscribing to the Roundtable or the Basement Sports Recap, you're missing a treat. Well, how can the Bears run in November? Yes, we can. We built for it. We built for it, so we can run. So with that being said, make sure you guys take the time. Take the time to subscribe to these channels. I appreciate that. Take the time to do that for me. Right? But before we go, we got shout out to my man, brother Jeff Wood. He came through with a $3 super chicken. He didn't have to, he chose to, and I appreciate you. Thank you for the blessings, my guy. Thank you for the blessings. I can't wait till football season officially starts on 5th. Now, unfortunately, I won't get to see a lot of the first game. I will be at an event on that Thursday. Circus Olay. Y'all know anything about Circus Olay? It's all right. It's not too bad. I like Circus Olay. It's pretty good. Look at this guy here. Shout out to him. So I will be in an event that day. And then that Saturday, college football. I'll be at a football game on Saturday. Me and my son. So I got a whole lot going on. A whole lot going on. So I won't get to see the first game, not in its totality. I'll catch probably the second half, probably at the fourth quarter of the Thursday game. But that's cool too. I ain't either one of really my teams. I'm not a fan of the Baltimore Ravens. I'm more of a hater, as they call me. They call me a hater of the Baltimore Ravens. I do like certain players on Baltimore. I do like Lamar. Not a fan of the Chiefs, but the certain players on the Chiefs that I do like. I like Patrick Mahomes. I like Kelsey, and I like Pacheco. So I'm gonna have a hidden interest for Rice and Pacheco. Of course, I'm gonna need Patrick Mahomes to do good in order for that to be successful. Well, I'm not talking about this Saturday. I'm talking about next Saturday, the following Saturday, the 7th. That's a different day. She's worried about the 31st, guys. I mean, Lord pray for her. Lord help her. But yeah, so I won't get to see the beginning of that Thursday game, but I'll catch the end of it, and I'll definitely be talking about it. Hopefully, but Mahomes, those are all the touchdown passes to my man Rice and Pacheco. I'll need him too. Hopefully, them two benefits. I don't care about anybody else. As long as them two guys benefit, I could benefit. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But with that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys being here tonight. And I will catch you on next Monday. Don't have a show this Wednesday due to previous engagements. But we'll be back with you guys. Like I said, I got a lot going on this weekend. I got to say I do. I get the opportunity to say I do again. But they say it's better the second time around. Not the first time, but the second time. With that being said, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. Keep rocking with me. Come to the basement. Check me out on the Sports Recap Show on every Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. And also at the NFL Roundtable, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. We're going to be rocking out over here. Y'all see it going across the bottom screen. That's the time. We're going to rock out. We're going to have a good time with it. My man said, no, it's not a keeper league. Cool. Again, I wouldn't make the trade, brother. Chandler, I would not make that trade. Thank you, Why? I would not make that trade. I don't. Man, if you could guarantee me seeing McCaffrey stay healthy all year, I would make a trade. But we can't do that. I don't like Derek Carr. I don't think he's a good quarterback. So now Olivier is affected. So now the two players I got are being affected. One by injuries, or possible injuries, and the other one due to a quarterback who's inept, who's incapable of being consistent, who's not going to always give me what I need. He said Worthy will never start for me. CMC will boost my running back core, and Olivier is a top 15 wide receiver. My man, brother, sound like you already got your mind, man. You ready to make that trade. I mean, I'm wasting my breath. You ain't trying to. Man, I wish I had more time to go into detail and explaining it. My man said, I just want some options. But dog, you're only going to get two. You getting two players now. You got to go out and pick up two more players. Do you think there's two players out there in the free agency going to be worthy? How many people's in your league? Is this a 10-man league, a 12-man league, 14-man league, 16-man league? I've seen it. And the worst is going to be the more people you got to deal with. If it's a 16-man league, you ain't going to have nothing out there in that free agency. Even a 14-man league is going to be slim pickings. 12, you might have a chance. 10, you're going to be good. But you have to go out and find two more bodies to replace some other two that you trade off. Quarterback Purdy, running back McCaffrey, Javonte, Debo, Evans, Godwin, flex Olivier, 12-team PPR. No. I wouldn't make that trade, man. Look, Worthy going to have to play for 1 week because you got buys. So he's going to have to play 1 week. Right? You're going to have to play him at 1 week. You might have to play him at flex. Maybe good matchup. Injury. I mean, anything could happen. Damn. I mean, so let me ask you this, though. Is the only reason why you want to take CMC is because you got Brock Purdy? Is that what it is? Because you got 3 49ers if you make that trade. You have 3 49ers if you make that trade, dog. You asking a lot. You got Debo, you got Purdy, and then you got CMC. You are asking a lot from the offense that's not a high-scoring offense. They rely on ball control and their defense. That's them. Purdy's not throwing a lot of deep passes like that. They're not a high a caliber run up the score type offense. This is not them. It's not how they play. Ball control. And you know what? You got Elijah Mitchell, and you got your boy, I think it's Mason. I can't think of his name, first name. I won't say Derek Mason. Man, those are two good running backs, man. I really like Mason. Mason's got a lot of potential. And guess what? Let me tell you what they're going to end up doing. They're going to put that man on a pitch count. They're going to put CMC on a pitch count. He's going to get about 10 to 12 carries a game to the most. Maybe about 3 or 4 passes. And you know what? They're going to let Elijah Mitchell run that ball. They're going to let Mason run that ball. And try to save him for the playoffs. And you're going to be sick as a dog, looking, watching, thinking, damn. So he says, I still have Rice also who would start over Worthy. Why did you take Worthy? Why did you draft Worthy? Now, I'm questioning that right there. Why did you draft Isaiah Worthy? Jordan Mason, okay. Let me say this. Auction lead. I gave him for $1 at the end of the draft. Okay. Sit on him. Sit on him. Now, let me ask you this. Is this a keeper league? I know it's an auction league, but is this a keeper auction league? Because if it is, I wouldn't trade him. I think Worthy's going to be good. Do you get points? Because he's going to be playing a lot of special teams too. So do you get points off return of any punts or kickoff? That's a question. No keeper. Okay. Do you get points off of returns and kickoff? I think he's going to be playing a lot of special teams. And if he starts to pan out, he's a nice piece of trade bait. Look here, we know Patrick Mahomes is going to spread that ball. Another thing is with Rice. Get points for touchdown, but not return yards. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. I'm okay with that. So, with that being said, if the NFL honors what they say they was going to do and just wait for Rice to go through the legal procedures, they're looking at about December, right? That'll be right around the time of the playoffs for most leagues, right? Let me double check to make sure. Matter of fact, you know how we do it? We're going to look at the greatest team NFL schedule. So December, first playoff week is maybe 14, maybe not. If you have 18, y'all may play all 18 weeks. I don't. We only go to week 17 when we go head-to-heads. So that's the first week of the playoffs. Y'all will be playing us. The 49ers will be. But the first week of the playoffs, Rice could be gone. Rice could be out because I think his course procedures is in December. Don't know when in December. I don't know if the first week, second week, the third week of the last or Christmas time. I don't know. But Rice could be out, and you still have Worthy. And I think Patrick Mahomes going to have a good season. He's going to spread that ball. So Rice may not be available to you in the playoffs. You got to keep that in mind. So what's going to be your go-to move then? That's the question I have for you. What's going to be your go-to move in? And look, you're trading away White, who's going to be a lead back. I wouldn't do that, man. I wouldn't do it. I don't like the trade, man. I don't. Damn. But just my opinion. That's it. At the end of the day, you're going to have to evaluate everything. Sit down, think about it, pray on it, do what you got to do, and you got to make the final decision. I just don't like the trade for a lot of reasons. I don't like McCaffrey's health situation on a regular basis. He's hurt right now already. Let's be honest. He got hamstring issues right now. You don't think that's going to go linger on through the season? And you got Jordan Mason and Elijah Mitchell as possible guys who step up? I wouldn't do it, man. Look here. If it works out the way I think it's going to work out, come back later, give me my credit. If it doesn't work out the way I think it's going to work out, it works in the favor that you think, give me hell. I got to accept it. You can say, Hank, I listened to your crazy ass, your crazy old ass, and I didn't make the deal. And now he's going off. He's acting a fool. Olivier, whatever. Olivier, whatever. Olive. Y'all know what I mean. He's going off. You know who ain't going off? Worthy. You know who else ain't going off? These other guys I could have had, like White, could have traded his ass off. Chase is not doing what he needed to do because he's worried about his paycheck. Mark Andrews is failing again like he normally does. I can't do it, brother. I can't. I will feel bad if I tell you to do it. He said Raiders added Madison from the Vikings here in 50-50 split. Let me tell you about Madison. Madison was a failed experiment at the Minnesota Vikings. Had an opportunity, and they went out and brought in Aaron Jones. Couldn't he beat Ty Chandler out for the second spot? Madison had plenty of chances where Cook was even out for the rest of the season because they traded him off to the Jets, and he still couldn't take over. I'm not sold on Madison at all. Not at all. They could say 50-50 split, but once they see him play, they're going to like, man, the hell with this. Let Zay run this thing. It's going to be more 70-30. It's hard for a guy to come in off the streets who don't know nothing about the offense and just come in and start taking over. That's generally don't happen like that. It doesn't. Now, if he came in doing early part of the season, doing the camps and had plenty of reps and all that, that's different. But you just signed at the last minute, and I don't know. Did he? I don't know if he did or didn't. Because that's how much I care about Madison. Because he's not even a factor. Not in my book. Not at all. Man, I wouldn't make that trade, man. I wouldn't. I think Jamar Chase is going to have a good year. He didn't have a good year last year. He didn't play a lot. Got kind of messed up. Burrows was kind of in and out too. I wouldn't make that trade. I'm going to tell you right now, Chandler, I would not make that trade. That's not a trade that I could definitely endorse and say, hey, I put my name on it, put stamp on it, stamp of approval. I can't do that. I couldn't. Good luck to you, brother. I hope you win every game you play. I just can't approve that trade. I just can't. I can't. But look, I promise you, now that we talked about this, now that we had this conversation, I'm going to be watching 49ers a little more closely and CMC. Him and Olivier. Yeah. He said, thanks, brother. Like this sub. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the subscription. Greatly appreciate it. And I'm glad you did like it. I'm glad you was over here. We was over here to have this dialogue, this back and forth. I think it was good. I think the audience was able to benefit because maybe they in a situation, something similar. They may be in a situation where they got to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? Where they may be looking at a trade that they may be tempting. And we was able to figure it out. We was able to talk about it, talk through it, and just, weigh the pros and cons and come up with a solution. Now, Chandler, I don't know what you're going to do. I don't. Come next Monday, I'm looking forward to hearing what you decide. Or later on this week, if you want to leave a message in the comment section, I appreciate that too. Let me know what you did. Let me know what you decided, though. I'm curious. I'm very curious. But with that being said, guys, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for rocking with me. Didn't expect to go this long, but I did. But it happens like this sometimes. If you got great people in your chat with great questions, you got to entertain them. You got to answer them and try to help the people out. It's football, right? It's fantasy football. It's all important to me. But until then, I'll catch you on the next one. Right on.